Welcome back in Chicago Fire locker room. Kevin Egan alongside Mark Bircham again for Firefield Vision powered by NovaCare as we get ready for the big home clash tomorrow. Top of the table, DC United visit Toyota Park. It's going to be an intriguing match. They're a good side, but there's certainly areas that you feel you can get at them. Yeah,
definitely, especially with the... It's strange because we went away there, we lost 3-1, but we played well. So if we can take the positives out of that, we missed a penalty, it could have been 2-0 at half-time, and then we sort of like got suckered on a corner. We're disappointed from our point of view, marking. So we had a lot of positives come out of that game. So we go into this game strangely confident.
It's weird when you look at the table. Chicago Fire maybe at the bottom. Yeah, 3 points off 5th position, 4 points off 4th. It's all there to play for, obviously, not even near the halfway point yet. Do you read into the standings much? Is that something as a coach that you do?
You do, because they're there and people talk about them like yourself, so don't talk about them. No, not really, because all that matters is where you are at the end of the season. And if we keep playing the way that we do and create the chances that we do, we're out shooting the opposition nearly every time we play someone, and we're creating better chances than them. The luck will even itself out towards the end of the season. As we've said, the percentage of shots that the other opposition are scoring against us is freakishly at the minute, so we need to look at that. They're scoring nearly 40% of shots on target against us are going in, so it will even itself out. It can't carry on in the season like that, not when we're actually playing well. We're missing a few players through injury, but one win gets you up to 5th, and so we've got games in hand, and as we said, if we keep doing what we're doing and playing well, it should even itself out.
What do you see from DC when you look at them and think, well, they're actually a good side at what?
Winning. They're a good side at winning. You wouldn't say they're an outstanding side, but their win record is excellent. And I think they're a team. They're a team that's probably been together for a while, and they got men in their team. And I think it's 6 times they've won games when they've been a goal down. So that shows a good team. I've played in teams like that where you know you can turn it around. Then look, wins breed confidence, and when you've been winning, that's what happens. But that's what they're good at. Good players, no outstanding individuals where you think it's there, you've got to stop him, you've got to stop him. They're just a good team that pick up wins.
Absolutely. Mark Bircham,
pleasure.
Best of luck.
Cheers.
Thank you. So the Chicago Fire back in action on Wednesday against DC United after about a week and a half break from Major League Soccer. A tricky game. DC United top of the Eastern Conference, top of Major League Soccer as a whole. But they come here to Toyota Park, and Frank Yallop said during the week that David Accam has a slight hamstring strain, meaning that he may miss this match. If he does, I think Jovan Jones might move further up the left-hand side to play in midfield. And I think he's a very able deputy. He's a very exciting footballer, and I've argued back and forth with Dan Kelly about this. I think he's maybe the most impressive introduction into the Fire team. Here's a quick clip from the away clash against DC United that just illustrates Jovan Jones' ability to get forward. Picks the ball up in a full-back position, and this is sensational. His balance, his technique, just glides through so many different DC United players, gets a great cross in that ends up falling to the feet of Harry Shipp, who unleashes a decent effort. So how is Jovan Jones going to be effective against DC? Well, DC United, for me, are the most narrow team in the league. They tend to push all the way across the field. Nick De Leon, the fullbacks, you'll see it an awful lot on Wednesday evening. Here's a quick example of a kick out for the Fire against DC away. Just look at David Accam here circled in your picture. Look at the amount of space he has. If Mikey Stevens on this occasion, Matt Watson, whoever's on the pitch over the far side, can manage to win that second ball, the idea tomorrow should be to get it wide ASAP out to Jovan Jones on the left-hand side. I think it could be a very effective play. One player I think is very good for DC United is Fabian Espindola. Now back in the team. He's only played 6 Major League Soccer matches this season. You could see his influence against the Fire away from home at RFK, and he's been very good this season. Here, just a smart run, plays the most beautiful of crosses into Connor Doyle, who puts it in the back of the net. And against New England over the weekend, he switches to the right-hand side this time, lobs a beautiful cross to Chris Rolfe. And the important thing to note here about Fabian Espindola is, yes, he's very effective as your 9, playing centrally, but he likes to drift left and right, and he's a very hard man to mark, as is Chris Rolfe as well, who's been very impressive in Major League Soccer this season. So as we mentioned, finding the space against DC and punishing them will be the key tomorrow. Like I said, in midfield, they tend to crowd out that area, and as you could see in the goal that the Fire scored at RFK Stadium, it was all about Harry Shipp drifting to the left-hand side, finding the space, and then after that it was the beautiful running of Quincy Amarikwa and David Accam that finished off that goal. Against New England Ferdinand Revolution over the weekend. It was a very smart run from Lee Win that opened up a certain level of space. We'll take a look at it here on a freeze frame. You'll see Lee Win, Perry Kitchen has him under control. But watch, as Birnbaum and Boswell have all eyes on Charlie Davies. It's Win, there he goes, he's gone into that pocket of space in behind. The central defender doesn't come across. That's a great ball inside, and Charlie Davies tucks it home. DC United, they can be cut open, they can be cut apart, but it's all about recognising those vital areas of space and finding the players within that space. So it should be an intriguing match tomorrow. It is at Toyota Park, back here for Major League Soccer action. The pre-game show on CSN is at 7 p.m. with the match kicking off at 7:30.